On this episode of the Layover Live, well, Grant, can you at least wait till we give them the content before you have this pop-up show? Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 81 of the Layover Live, where we bring you the top article from the Layover each week. I'm Jason Swick, VP of Digital Marketing, joined by CRO analyst Hannah Muhlenbeck. So how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Good to have you here. I know we're talking pop-ups. This is a thing that comes up quite often, and we see them across websites all the time. This article from this week comes from the Nielsen Norman Group, who really are UX experts. They always have really good stuff. But this was the one that I thought was pretty relevant, more so because I was recently on vacation and looking through my phone, and it seemed like this was something that was coming up all the time.
Oh yeah,
Saw
totally.
pop-ups here and there. Some were good uses, most were not so good. So I want to talk, Hannah, with you a little bit about that, since you're the expert on the UX side. So let's talk a little bit about maybe what pop-ups are used for and what are some of the benefits, just generally speaking.
Yeah. So pop-ups, if we're looking more in the DMO space, they're usually used for like encouraging visitors to sign up for a newsletter, request a visitor's guide, or on the other hand, maybe it's to push a certain hotel package. Maybe it's that time of the season, or attraction passes.
Okay, so typically like conversion type,
absolutely.
like action metrics, okay.
Yeah, and they're beneficial because they're very attention grabbing. You know, it's a movement on the screen. It obviously draws your eye to it right away, and it can just help you get conversions that you need.
Yeah, it's a good point. So in theory, that's what they're supposed to be,
Yes.
right? Or how we're supposed to do them. However, if not used properly, they can be really annoying. So let's talk about what are some of the bad experiences, and some, the article really goes into this in pretty good detail as well. It gives some really good use cases on some of the bad uses of it. So let's talk about some of the bad experiences that can come from not using pop-ups properly.
Yeah, I think the two that come to mind, which I think everyone's pretty familiar with, is just if a pop-up appears before the visitor even has time to look at the website, especially if they're new, that's really not going to give them a great impression of your website. They don't even get to see, is the information on your website valuable, or does it have what they're looking for? On the flip side, it's kind of the same for the website itself. You can't showcase your value. You're ultimately just saying, hey, sign up, and great, I just want those conversions. But you're not able to show the value, show the information you provide. You're not gaining their trust either.
Very, very true, and it's what's crazy really is that really happens more often than it should, right? Oftentimes, if we're the user and we're on our first date, the website's asking us for marriage, and we need to be kind of warmed up a little bit to that, right? So that is one of the bad experiences I think I see happen more often than not, is these pop-ups come when you first come on, or you haven't really engaged with much content. In addition to sometimes not even be able to close them properly, right? So there's different types of pop-ups that are very annoying. So conversely, then let's talk about some of the good experience. What are some good ways of using pop-ups?
Yeah, I think having a banner, whether it's on the bottom of the website or even higher up, it's very subtle. It doesn't really get in the way of people interacting on your website. Pretty commonly, GDPR banners are pretty common. The overused thing we've heard so often lately. But and then the other one is a sliding call to action. Specifically with this, we want to make sure the timing's good. We were just talking about that. We want it where, it's just popping into the site. It's not taking up the whole screen. That's a bad user experience where a visitor is having to interact with it before they can even look at the content. So the timing, and also just including a really good value proposition. So, why should they sign up? How are they going to benefit from it?
Yeah, I see that the slide-ins work really well if we're looking for feedback and things of that nature.
Absolutely.
Those are really good uses of those type of things. Yeah, so definitely GDPR, I think that's another good use case, getting that compliance. We see that often with, the way we collect cookies on a website or things of that nature, which we see a lot across the internet nowadays. So so really good use cases, really bad use cases. Think about the end user experience when you're using pop-ups. Am I asking them for too much too early? And that's what we really should be asking ourselves every single time we're using those. So Hannah, thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in each and every week. If you're not subscribed to our podcast or to our YouTube channel, please do it this time. We'd love to hear feedback as well. Thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.